Hi, I'd like to welcome you to week 5 of the St. Aidans Institute course on Anglican Theology. This week is going to be interesting. We're going to hit two real important issues that help define Anglicanism and yet are not really discussed much in our theological circles. The first is our understanding of ecclesiology or lack thereof. Ecclesiology is the doctrine of understanding the nature of the church. What is church? Why does it exist? And what does it do? And Phil Thomas, the writer of the first article we read, says, you know what, the lack of a normative Anglican ecclesiology is no big deal. In fact, that's one of the things that makes Anglicanism so great, which I think is a little too off the cuff. There is an ecclesiology. We may not have it in terms of theoretical construct, but we have it in practice because we have churches. And so our first question this week is, what is church as understood by Anglicans? Now, we'll talk about, the gospel correctly preached, the sacraments duly administered, which is important and certainly serve as distinctives for us. But what else is church? Anglicans are notorious for not being involved in church beyond Sunday morning. Episcopalians even more so. This is really the joke of being God's frozen chosen really fits. People that tend to be introverted, they go to church, they don't really mingle as much, they don't really know each other so well, and then they leave. And that's it for another week. That is an ecclesiology, but it's certainly not one any of us would desire to be a part of. So what is church? What are the most important things we do in terms of worship, in terms of discipleship, in terms of life together, in terms of service to the community and engagement with the world? How does that all work? And there's no one answer because we've really swung back and forth with different answers over the centuries. Protestants have certainly been working the last several decades on developing meaningful understandings with the spiritual gifts movement, the lay ministry movement, and some other movements, a cell church movement or small groups, and so on. Really great stuff has taken place to help develop a more dynamic and comprehensive ecclesiology, and we are very, very late to that party. So we really want to chew on this, and if you've come from a Protestant background, your contributions will be even more valuable to us. The second question that we're going to grapple with is the nature of our hierarchical understanding of church and what that is meant to be. The apostolic succession is considered one of the non-negotiables for Anglicans. The idea that the line of bishops goes all the way back to the original apostles, and that then creates the three orders of ministry, the bishops, priests, and deacons. But we live in a realm where the ministry of the laity is a big deal. So how does that fit in our hierarchy? Well, the answer is it doesn't. It doesn't fit in it well at all. We can proclaim the lay to be the ministers of the church. You see that in church notices. It's kind of an imperial declaration that by imperial fiat, everybody is now a minister of the church. We can say that laity are involved in leading ministries. Okay. They can lead Sunday school classes. They can maybe lead a small group. But the sacerdotalism, the understanding of the clergy and the role of the priests being the intermediaries between us and God is deeply entrenched. And so developing an understanding of what the role of the laity in church is very important for us. And we don't want to just do a theoretical argument about the nature of church. We really want to talk about life in church. In the Anglican Church in North America, that's really going to be one of the make or break issues. Most of our churches have fewer than 50 people each week. The average age of an ACNA parishioner is fast approaching 60. And our church life behavior really doesn't show any improvement over where most people came from. And so trying to develop a better ecclesiology is a very, very critical issue facing the province. So let's hope we have some really good discussion on that this week. Alrighty, so good stuff to chew on. I really look forward to seeing how you engage the issues and discuss them in class. God bless you. Have a great week, and I will see you in the classroom.